Here I am, bigSHow theGod. Some helicopter outside, typical. So what I was thinking of doing this morning was still on the all-in thing, and leveling up. Take yourself from here to here. What's it take? And for me, part of that mindset and consistency and processes is to continue to just add things and add some awareness to how I'm doing things and how I'm engaging and practicing these words that I talk. So I pre-wrote it, all in, add value. Yeah, so add value. What do I think about that? It's more of a question while I'm looking to do my next steps. It's more like, where can I add value? What else can I do? What more can I do? So it's more of a question for myself. And for the context of the project or context of my future self, what can I add value to this scenario or this project or this situation that will, lead me towards vision. So remember, we're all in on the vision, right? So the vision doesn't happen unless I take some steps. And it doesn't matter what the subject matter is. What am I doing to get to the vision? What steps am I taking? What difficult stuff am I working through? What am I doing to support my vision? Right? And that's what it means. That's what all in means. That's what adding value means to me. And it's back to that questioning, where do I add value? How do I add value? Am I adding value to this? Could I add more? Could I do more? Am I in the way? Am I the problem? Am I doing too much? Am I overthinking? Those come into this equation. And those are things that you have to start contemplating too. But they can't be an excuse. So adding value is quite progressive in moving and doing, especially if you're self-aware of that you may procrastinate a lot. And then you've got to, if we break down, let's break down overthinking, because I'm guilty of that, right? So if I look at overthinking, it creates a lot of theory. Theory is not maybe good enough in the scientific world, maybe at least hypothesis. Right? It creates a lot of hypotheses. And maybe there's some theory because it has been practiced. But it's still in your brain, it's still mental. There's still thoughts at this point, right? If we stick to adding value from a engagement side and what you might be thinking about what to do. At this point, they're still thoughts. And even a thought that I go down a rabbit hole with, or I go, oh, if I do that, that could happen. If that could happen, that could happen, that could happen. You know what I mean? But like being judged as being, am I being too pushy? You know when you're doing a deal and you're thinking, hey, am I taking it too far? So you talk yourself out of suggesting something you actually want in the deal. You wait, and then bring it. Or you never do. And you think it will just come over time. You know what I mean? So, overthinking. That to me is what that is. Is we're just thinking all the time, but not actually doing anything. Or not doing enough. Or not actually doing anything that results in pushing us closer to the vision. It might just be a bundle of stuff, but is it actually taking us further? So that's what I mean by that. So that's where overthinking in my assessment comes from. You're doing a lot of theory and hypotheses in your head, thoughts in your head. It's actually to make those things real in what I would assess as reality. It's the engagement. Engagement. Which is why up there I put clarity comes from engagement. Clarity comes from engagement. So understand what that means. Clarity comes from engagement in that context. So what is engagement? Well, to me, engagement is reaching out, sharing, following up, reaching out. Reaching out's quite a lot. Sharing, following up. There's a word I use, prospecting, say. These create those types of things. And we got to share those. So engagement is very people based. People. You can digitally do a lot of that once you've got the established, but it's really the act. So that, in my opinion, is action. That goes from thoughts to action. That's what you actually do. You engage. You talk to them. You let them know. You update. Quickly, fast, or long-winded, create meetings, whatever it is. So that's that. So there's another saying, it's kind of like to be over useful or undeniably useful. Undeniably useful. That's kind of what that means too. So to be useful, you've done a lot of these types of things. You're engaging, you're reaching out, you're sharing, you're following up, prospecting. That people stuff makes you more useful because tasks come from that. Options come from that. Opportunities come from that. So doing the above creates opportunities. So yes, those are the things to me, is where I add value and what and then what to do about it. Because when you do a lot of those engagements, the reaching out, the sharing, following up, as we said there, that creates opportunity, also clarity. It answers things, right? Or at least if the people you're talking to are honest, or at least giving you how much information you can. So it's back to what questions you're asking, what type of engagements you're doing, the answers you get, give you clarity on that, and enable you to at least validate or question perspective and or position. So yeah, I think that's enough for a good one.